Alright guys, welcome back. We have the question from the second chapter of engineering mechanics by Hibbeler, and we need to determine the magnitude of the resultant force and its direction measure clockwise from the positive x-axis. So basically at the end, whatever value we have for the r, we have to go this way to find the angle where we can call it theta. Alright, let's just start with the magnitude first. So basically, we're gonna solve this with resolving each force into x and y components, and we're going to go from there, and at the end our resultant will be sum of all forces in x. We can call this one Rx plus sum of all forces in y direction, and this will be our Ry. So we can express the r in vector, and at the end our resultant magnitude would be the square root of Rx squared plus Ry squared. All right, let's start with the Rx. See what we have. So we have the 30 pounds, which is positive. We have the x component of the 40 pounds, which is also along this direction. So plus 40, the x component would be, if we call this angle alpha, will be alpha in here too. So cosine of alpha, which is 3/5. And we have the x component of the 91 pounds, which is also in this direction. And if we call this one beta, this will be our beta. So plus 91 cosine of beta would be 5/13, or adjacent divided by hypotenuse. All right, that's going to be our Rx. Let's just calculate this very quick. 30 plus 40 times, that's going to be 0.6 plus 91 times 5 divided by 13. And yeah, that's going to give us 89 pounds. And the direction is to the right because it's positive. Let's figure out our Ry. So the 30 pounds doesn't have any y component. We have the y component of 40, which is upward, so it's positive 40 this time. We have the sine of alpha, which is 4/5. And we can double check with the previous step just to make sure that your calculations are correct. And the 91 pounds, the y component, we can see it's downward, so it's negative 91. And this time we have sine of beta, which is 12 divided by 13. Again, we had 5 in the previous step. Let's see what we get for this one. So 40 times 0.8 minus 91 times 12 divided by 13. And that's going to give us negative 52 pounds, which the negative sign shows that the force is downward. So looking at that resultant, we have the x of 89 pounds, and so this is the Rx pound, and our Ry we figured is negative 52 pounds. We don't need to show the signs in here because we're dealing with the magnitude here, and this is going to be our R. And as we talked about, we are looking for the angle clockwise from positive x-axis, so we have to go this way. This is our angle theta, which if we find the tangent inverse of the opposite over adjacent, 52/89, we should be able to find the angle. So tangent inverse of 52 divided by 89. And yeah, that's going to give us 30.3 degrees. Again, you don't need to confuse the signs in here because this downward already counts for the negative sign that we found. And the other way is just look at it as a right triangle. The side of a triangle cannot be negative. So in here, just put the absolute values to find the angle. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. You can just report the final answer here, which was the magnitude of the r, which we haven't found yet. 89 squared plus 52 squared. That's going to be 103.1 pounds. And we can just report the final answer like this. 103.1 pounds, and the angle we figured that is 30.3 degrees. That's gonna be the final answer. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.